Have you ever met someone and felt an instant connection, like you were speaking the same unspoken language? Or better yet, have you ever had that moment when you realize you've known someone for years, except you just met them? It's one of those surreal, almost magical experiences that makes you stop and think, why does this person feel like home? And then there are those other people, the ones who, no matter how hard you try, you just can't connect with. You can't quite put your finger on why, but something feels off. You might try to push through, but the connection just isn't there. It feels forced. It feels like you're speaking a different language. It makes you wonder, what is it that makes us connect with some people and not others? What's the secret sauce that draws us in? The truth is, human connection is so much deeper than shared interests, matching personalities, or even looks. It's not as simple as we think. There's an entire psychology at play that's often invisible but deeply impactful. And when you understand what's happening behind the scenes, it's almost like unlocking a hidden code in our relationships with others. It makes you see the people around you and yourself differently. Let's start with something that we all crave: comfort. You know that feeling when you meet someone new, and within minutes you feel a sense of relief, like the weight of the world just lifts off your shoulders. It's not just that they're nice or easy to talk to. There's something else going on, something deeper. Your brain is picking up on the fact that they make you feel safe, that they don't pose a threat to you. They make you feel like you don't need to be anyone else but yourself. We all have a biological need to feel safe in social situations. It's why we tend to connect with people who give us a sense of ease. It's like when you walk into a room full of strangers and there's that one person who just clicks with you. It might be their smile, the way they greet you, or even the warmth in their eyes. It's the kind of energy that makes you relax without even realizing it. In that moment, it feels like your mind is telling your body, I can breathe here. This person is safe. I remember meeting someone at a coffee shop not long ago. I had just moved to a new city and I didn't know many people. I felt like an outsider, but then I met Sarah. She didn't know anything about me, yet somehow she made me feel like I had known her for years. She had this genuine, calm energy about her, and when we started talking, I didn't feel the pressure to explain myself or impress her. I didn't have to make small talk or try to fit in. I could just be. That's the power of comfort and connection. Sometimes it's not about saying the right things. It's about feeling like you can just be yourself, no strings attached. You've probably had that experience too, right? When you meet someone who just gets it. They understand you without needing you to explain. And there's something about that feeling. It's not just a sense of relief. It's like your soul sighs, like you found something familiar, even if you've just met. But it's not just about comfort. If it were, we'd all just gravitate to the people who make us feel safe all the time. The truth is, we also need excitement. We need something that challenges us, makes us think in new ways. We need to feel that spark, that charge that comes from being around someone who isn't exactly like us. Think about it. We all crave novelty in some form. A person who makes us see the world from a different perspective, who introduces us to new ideas or experiences. It's like when you meet someone who has a completely different set of interests or opinions from yours. At first it might feel jarring, even uncomfortable, but as you start talking to them, you realize how refreshing it is to think outside your usual bubble. I remember this one person I met. Let's call him James. I'm pretty laid back, a bit of a homebody, and James was the complete opposite. He lived for adventure, for new experiences. He traveled constantly, loved trying new foods, and was always talking about his latest trip to some remote corner of the world. At first I found it exhausting, just listening to him. I was comfortable in my little routine. But over time, something shifted. I started to look forward to our conversations. James didn't just talk about his travels. He made me think about what I was missing out on. He made me realize that life could be more exciting if I opened myself up to the new and the unknown. It's that contrast between comfort and challenge that's magnetic. We're drawn to people who stretch us, who make us think differently. And the cool thing? It's not about agreeing with everything they say. It's about feeling alive in their presence, feeling like there's something new to discover, both about the world and yourself. Another thing that draws us in? Familiarity. We don't always recognize it, but our brains are constantly looking for patterns, looking for things that feel familiar. It's why we might instantly click with someone who reminds us of a friend or family member we love. Ever met someone and felt like you've known them forever, even though you just met? That's familiarity at play. Take my friend Emily, for example. When I met her, I had this strange sense of déjà vu. Her laugh was exactly like my sister's. And when she talked about her childhood, it sounded eerily similar to mine. It wasn't that our lives were identical, it was the energy, the way she expressed herself. It felt familiar, and that made me feel safe around her, almost like we shared an unspoken history. It's why people sometimes say, "You remind me of someone." Your brain is picking up on cues, mannerisms, speech patterns, even the way someone carries themselves that remind you of someone else you trust or feel comfortable with. And when that happens, your brain is essentially saying, this person feels familiar, and that makes them easier to like. And then there's this, empathy. The ability to understand and share in someone's feelings is one of the most powerful forces behind human connection. Have you ever been in a conversation with someone and you just felt heard? Like for once, someone wasn't just waiting for their turn to speak, but actually understood you. There's a kind of magic in that. It's one thing to listen. It's another thing to truly listen, to pick up on the emotional nuances in someone's voice, to understand the pain or joy they're feeling without them even saying it directly. And when someone does that for you, you feel seen. You feel like they really get you. I'll never forget a conversation I had with a close friend of mine. I was going through a tough breakup, and I didn't know how to talk about it. But when I started to tell her what I was feeling, she didn't interrupt. She didn't offer solutions. She just sat with me in my sadness, nodded, and simply said, "I hear you." And in that moment, I realized how powerful empathy is. It wasn't about fixing the situation. It was about being there, fully present, without judgment. And that's what made me trust her more, what made me like her even more. Empathy is about resonance. It's why we're drawn to people who make us feel understood. Because when someone listens, really listens, it creates a kind of trust that is rare and precious. And here's the thing, attraction isn't just about having all the right answers or fitting into someone's mold. It's about how someone makes you feel. When someone makes you feel seen, heard, challenged, and safe all at the same time, that's where connection truly happens. So think about it. The next time you meet someone new, ask yourself, what is it about them that draws you in? Is it their warmth, the way they make you feel like you belong? Is it the way they challenge your thinking and help you grow? Or maybe it's the little things, the way they look at you, the way they listen, the way they just make you feel alive in their presence. Understanding why you're drawn to someone helps you deepen your connections. It's not just about liking someone because they're fun or attractive. It's about understanding the invisible forces that create real, lasting bonds. And when you start to see those forces at play, you'll begin to recognize that true connection isn't just about similarity. It's about how two people make each other feel and how that feeling turns into something deeper, something meaningful. Because in the end, what we're all really looking for is simple. We want to feel like we matter. We want to feel seen, heard, and valued. And when we find someone who makes us feel that way, well, that's when we've found something real. If you found this video helpful, can I invite you to like the video and subscribe to the channel? That way, you'll continue to get more valuable content like this.